All right. Hey, hope everybody's having a good night tonight. It is December the 13th, Tuesday, with the Fireside show going live to y'all. I'm waiting for myself to come on to this backup camera because the last time my camera was kind of wonky. All right, I got a camera. Yay! Let's see, who are our early joiners? Ancient Order, I see you over there. Hawkeye, I see you too. You know, I got a dude over in the backstage here that's going to want to join in. Mr. Weapon XYZ, let's bring you up here. Say hi. All right, all right. There we go, there we go. All right. And, our tribal chieftain has been MIA for a little while because he's been off and ready to go, but... we were talking. This particular episode was going to be, should you build it? Should you buy it? And I don't know. I'd like to get everybody's opinion here. Personally, I think, we always. Wait, hang on. Is that somebody backstage there? Ooh, surprise, surprise! Bringing in the man himself. Let's bring this in, Mr. RAMjetta.
What up, fellas? What's going on? Good to see everybody, man.
All right.
I tell you what, I'm excited to be here, man. Ah, man, Mr. Vino, Ancient Order, Nas, Weapon,
yes, sir.
Hawkeye. What's going on, fellas? Good to see everybody, man. I tell you what, it is about 3 a.m. here in Lisbon, Portugal. The last stop on this tour, on the RAMjetta tour. Man, I tell you what, I'm excited, man. I was able to watch a little bit of the show from last week. You guys did an awesome job. I was still in Barcelona, Spain at the time, and the Wi-Fi was kind of rickety, and I couldn't watch the whole show. It kind of just stopped right in the middle of the show. So, but I know you guys did a wonderful job, man. I saw everybody in here. I'm excited that the show goes on even without me and without either one of us. That everybody else just keeps going on. So I'm just excited, man. I'm going to sit back. I know my internet is kind of slow. I'm on the new laptop and I'm not using Wi-Fi. So I know my signal's kind of slow. I know my picture's kind of fuzzy right now.
I don't know.
This is the best I could do on short notice.
I don't know, man. I think honestly, this is the best internet you've had in a while.
You got jokes. You got jokes.
It ain't jokes.
You need to stop piggybacking off the McDonald's down the block, bro.
Well, I mean,
here's the fun part. I think they were putting in Verizon fiber Fios when I left the house, so might have better internet real soon because Cox was the only one that we had recently. So
sorry to hear that, Blade Boy.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, my man.
Full recovery, brother. Hope for full recovery.
Prayers on your way, man. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully things work out well for Pup. Because pets are people too. We got it. It's family. I got you. I feel you. Ram, thanks for joining us from across the pond there, man. I know you saying that the internet's bad and all that, but
hey, not a problem, man. I'm just glad to be here. So I'm gonna just sit back and let you guys do your thing, man. I'm just gonna sit here and relax and enjoy the show.
Yeah, it's almost like you got a visual mask over you.
I know, man. I don't. It's all these mirrors and lights and everything, man. I'm getting a lot of lens flares and everything, man. So,
Ancient Order does have a question for you.
Yeah,
Ram. What's up?
Does have a question for you? Pop up on there for you.
Yeah.
Is that a VRBO ramp?
Yeah, Verbo. It's a rental.
Oh, no, man. This is. You talking about my computer?
The place you're staying.
Oh, this is where am I at? I'm at the Emerald House. It's a Hilton Honors, man. It's mid-century. It's okay. Let me just say this. It looks old, but it was designed to look old. You know what I'm saying? It's got all the mid-century curio type deals. I can show. Hold on a minute. Let me show you.
So
what, see that?
What you're saying is they built that specifically rather than buying an old school one. They built it that
Yeah. From the outside, it looks ultra modern, and you get in here and it's like mid-century 50s and everything, but it's got all of the amenities. It's got Wi-Fi. It's got the fast chargers all over the place. I mean, there's chargers underneath the seats.
Which then goes to show what Blade Boy had to say is that there go the next handful of builds. He's joking, but I don't know if that's so much a joke. And Hawkeye's world traveler RAMjetta, yeah, he might be world traveling, but he's here with us tonight or early tomorrow morning, I suppose, because time zones.
Yeah, actually, it's 3 a.m. here, so it's 10 a.m. you guys' time. Last week it was 4 a.m. in Barcelona when you guys were filming, but I definitely didn't have a good enough internet to be on last week. That would have just been, I'd have just been like this.
That's okay. I mean, we're used to that. That's
good. Getting his max headroom on.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was mad I missed that last show, man. That was a good show.
That's okay. It's okay.
Good.
Hey, we can't all be here. The show goes on. The tribe continues to chat, and this particular one, it's build or buy, and why do either? Well, I mean, most of us are perfectly capable of going out and buying something, but there's nothing unique about it. You're not learning anything about it.
Right.
Ancient Or says some people are still here in the background.
Yeah, I know, right? That's my dude. He's the night guy over here at the hotel, man. Real cool dude. He set me up in the lobby because downstairs where I was gonna film is in the library, but they couldn't turn the music off, the overhead music. So he said, "Man, just come up in here in the lobby." He asked me if I needed any lights, but I might put this light on because I'm a little dark. I might have him turn the lights up a little bit, but
that might stop the see-through stuff on you.
Yeah,
you get some light in front of your face.
As soon as he comes back, hey, my man, can you give me a little bit on these lights right here? All right, cool.
Well, you don't speak Portuguese?
No, dude. Geez. Traveling and not speaking the languages has been very, very difficult, to say the least. But it is what it is, and we've been getting along. I'm out of euros. I think I got about another $1.50 in euros to last me the next 2 days, because I'm not exchanging anymore.
Yeah,
but these coins, man, was this a 20-cent coin, and all of them are about the same. So 20 cent, 50 cents, and 10 cent all are about the same size, all the same color. I don't know how these people tell the difference in these coins, but hey, it is what it is. So, but we've been having fun.
Blade Boy shared remembered ordering pizza online from his phone during class right before lunch in high school. Craziest thing, man. You're still young, and man. I remember when everybody had a pager because that was the only way to get a hold of y'all. And even then was still kind of, yeah. And you had to know that pager code.
I remember
a string of numbers.
Yeah. I remember having a pager, but I had one for all the wrong reasons when I was younger.
Well, but anyway.
But yeah, it's been raining, man. I thought Noah was coming back to build an ark in Lisbon, man. It's been, dude, I'm right next to the water and the whole place has been flooding out. We got out today. We got a little reprieve on the rain, but right now, I mean, the trees are damn near bending over, touching the ground out there right now. So, but anyway, let's get to some guns, man. Let's get to talking about some guns.
Why don't we pass it around a circle? We can explain why each one of us decided, on building instead of buying the certain firearms that we've built and not bought, of course, because each one of us owns built and bought.
Well, I tell you what, that sounds good to me, and I just put you on the hot seat. Have at it.
Sweet. So for me, it was just finding something ergonomic-wise that I liked the grip and feel of. Controls in the places I wanted them, and the size I wanted them, and the color I wanted them, and the texture I wanted them. That's what it came down to. And you got to think about, with what some of us do to our firearms, if you look at buying a Glock, you're looking at $450 low end, for let's say like a 19 Gen 3, Gen 5. Well, then if you figure you want to do anything custom to it, all of a sudden you're looking at, extended magazine, extended mag release, extended takedown release, different back plate, different trigger. Next thing you know, you're in the $1,300, $1,400, $1,600 range. Whereas if you build your own, you're starting off with the base of 300 or 400, and then 300 or 200, and then building on from there. And then you can actually do it from the ground up how you want it, everything functioning the way you want. Whereas if you switch stuff afterwards, you're then running into additional tolerance stacking issues based on the fact that you're not installing the parts at the manufacturing process, and you're installing them later on down the road.
Yeah,
and uniqueness. That's my one of my number one answers for that is uniqueness.
And I just flashed up there. Hawkeye said, "One of a kind, build all yours." And I totally agree with that. Now, Ram, you want to chime in next, sir?
Sure.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could do something with that yellow.
No, you're cool, man. You're cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I can't.
Don't stress.
Anyway,
don't stress. You're the main folks. We can hear your words. It's all good.
Yeah, man.
Don't head towards the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I'm trying to get the thing. Anyway, I started building just because I like puzzles, and I couldn't find the firearm that was made that fit me on all levels. So it's like I might find something with the nice grip that I like, but the butt stock or whatever. I started out building ARs. I didn't build Glocks for a while, but when I started building ARs, I couldn't find anything that was in my budget. That was a big thing. Budget was huge.
Yeah, shit. You're thinking like a Rainier Arms. You're looking at $1,600 to start.
Yeah, Daniel Defense, $2,200. And I was looking at 300 Blackout, which was really crazy expensive. Not including the ammunition. So it came down to, okay, let me build this. And I started real basic, simple, black, whatever. But I wanted it to be mine. I wanted it to be personal. I wanted it to be, something no one else had. You know what I'm saying? Right. They might have similar parts, but they don't have this, build, But then when I got into Glocks, I tell people all the time, I am not a Glock fan. I really
quite the opposite myself too.
Yeah, I'm really the opposite. I definitely don't prefer stock Glocks, but I love to build them because I can make them my own. I can make them a piece of art. It's just that, and you learn the ins and outs. I learned so much on the previous forum from all you guys and from MGB and everybody, and actually being able to break it down. When I went to the Glock Armorers class, I was kind of like, all right, when are we gonna get to something I don't know? And when we did, it was exciting. But being able to build your own and know how it works in and out, that way, if anything should go wrong with it, you automatically, okay, it has to be one of these things that's causing the problem. Being able to, do a field strip or a full strip, on the go, because how that firearm works. That's priceless, man. That's it's priceless.
Yeah, so, very much.
To me, it is anyway.
Oh no, I agree. So real quick, just want to take a quick pause before I hop on there. I do want to comment, hey, Darth Dev, thanks for joining us. Better late than never. Thanks so much. Hawkeye said, if I had a better retirement, I'd build a 1911. Oh my, yes, they are expensive. I want to make one, but they're more expensive than building the SIG sometimes. I don't know why, but they are.
They most definitely are more expensive than building a SIG for sure.
And also Ancient Order chimed in while you're talking there. He's always tinkered with the firearms that he bought or was handed down. Building is just a natural extension of customizing. Okay. Some of his bought or handed down guns will never see any modification, and I can appreciate that. As far as me, I was along the lines of, it's a family tradition, firearms. My dad, his brother, and their father, my grandfather, built black powder things back in the day. I mean, just that was the more accessible for them way to do it. And I grew up with firearms little,
Hey, my
but
man.
yeah.
No.
Oh,
Go
you're
ahead.
talking. Sorry, I got you. But it was one of those things where I need to know how this thing functions, every last little bit of it. I want to know why the springs in this particular S curve and not the other way around. I want to know what parts interact with each other. So when something breaks, not if, when something breaks, I can troubleshoot it. I can look into it. I can fix it. That's what I do for a living.
Tell me you took apart your toys as a kid just to see how they worked without telling me you took your toys apart as a kid just to see how they worked.
My toys, nothing.
Because I'm sure everybody in this circle, even in the comments section, I think all of us are fucking guilty.
I probably still have toys that are in pieces.
Oh, we know we are. All of us are fucking guilty of it.
My father would hand me electronics, be like, "Hey, take this radio apart. Here's a soldering iron. Figure out what it is and what parts." Okay, I'm like 9, 10. Okay, fine, And then I'm, getting into these kinds of things, firearms, and he didn't really encourage the taking those apart, but he did do some cool mods himself. Nice walnut grip on a shotgun he did one time, that kind of stuff. Yeah, Ancient Order blew up G.I. Joes with firecrackers. That's one way to take things apart. Not so easy to put them back together again, but that's okay. And yeah, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. But early on in the pandemic, when we were all nothing to do, I was really looking into the 80% as like, I think this is, a hobby to pursue. This expands my own knowledge of things. I can make something unique. I can learn the ins and outs of things. Yes, the previous forum was a godsend and so much instruction from my fellows here and from several of you all out there, and just being able to be here now and try and pass things along has been super super. Tape a ketchup pack to them. Oh, Ancient Order, you're a riot. Oh no, Hawkeye's getting into it. No, our chat's digressing. It's all good.
I would take apart all my electronic toys and shit. If it had a fan, there was a chance I was making something nasty mean out of it.
And fans,
or just a little battle
any kind of
shit,
motor,
all sorts of dumb stuff. Yep.
And and then proceeding into high school, get into the different vocational things like metal shop, make this, small engines, take apart a lawnmower engine, put it back together again. When you combine the two, like you said, battle bots, especially when you then get into the electronics aspects of things, because if you can piece all these different things together, you can make all kinds of stuff, and being able to be handy like that is an awfully good thing in my opinion. But back to the firearms, being able to build something from the ground up, know every in and out of it, and make it completely unique to you. The ergonomics, I don't like the Glock hump. I say it, I'm gonna own it. I don't
I'm
like
there
that
with you.
hump. I do like the 1911 grip, so the P80 was like ideal. You get a reliable, well-supported platform and a grip you can actually hold in various sizes. Okay, fine.
I believe the last firearm I shot before I started building, which I started building during the pandemic as well, was a factory Glock 26. And I went, nope, I don't like it, and immediately started ordering parts.
Yep.
Well, see, I need to build a stock Glock just because I want to get that what do you call it, the P9, or some people call it the PIX.
The picks, the stock carbine,
and it won't work with the polymer 80s because of the Glock hump.
Because the hump is how it fits in.
The hump is how it fits in. And they haven't made it to fit the P80 yet.
I'm just gonna go cheap and get a Recover Tactical 2080. It fits on the pick rail up front. It might not be the same, but it'll work.
Well, that's made by Recover Tactical.
Yeah.
But
it's another way.
Their upgraded version, essentially.
Yeah.
And then once Strike Industries come out with their what do you call it? What's it called, man? They just made for the P320. They just came out with the B. They came out with A, then B, and I'm waiting for C to come out. The whole chassis that they have, the new chassis that they introduced last year or earlier this year. But
Hawkeye's saying you can take the humps off a Glock. Yes, you can. But
yes, you can.
If you're going to put the effort towards building it or destroying it, as the case may be, might as well start from the ground up, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean,
but sometimes sometimes you just have to buy, because picture me trying to build a Canik TP9 SFX. That's one of my favorite guns, but I can't build it, so I have to buy it. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes you can't
build it yet.
Can't build it yet. Right. Well, you get close to it, but not exactly.
I mean, if the guys from the Khyber Pass can do anything they want, we can too, darn it.
Hey, that picture of the build that you sent us in the chat before, man.
Oh, the Smith and Wesson or Smith and
the
Smith and Methsen.
Post that up, man. That's a hell of a build.
Methsen. I would have to send it to.
That was some Fallout stuff right there, man.
I can just Google Doc it
real
real quick.
Mad Max type stuff.
Yeah. Blade Boy saying drooling about building a 1911, 2011. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. The nice thing with them is it's more just the tooling to clear your rails from the frame, from what I've seen. But yeah, just even the parts kits are stupid expensive.
Everything's expensive. I mean, I thought I was getting expensive building Glocks, and I saw how much it was costing to build the SIGs and the 1911s and the 2011. It's just, if you can find a 2011 frame,
all right,
you almost got to.
I found it in Docs. I got it in Docs. Hold on.
All right, you do that, and Hawkeye says likes cheap 80% frames and spending on parts, and that's another reason why I like to build, because you could get the cheap frame and then get the expensive parts, and hey, if you like them, transfer them to a stock Glock if that's your thing. But why? You've already got
actually
piece,
That's actually a good point, and now there are people that if you want to go this route, that have the cheap 100% frames. Was it Combat Armory has their blemishes for like $40 right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do an FFL exchange on it, but $40 plus $25, $65. Throw a ADP builder, what's that, the El Jefe on there. That's only one. The El Jefe is 206, so now you got 206, 65. So you at 275, and then that includes the barrel. It includes the upper parts kit. If you want to use it, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Eventually, you want to switch out to OEM, but even if you throw a $70 OEM lower parts kit on there, you still only in for $340, and you built it yourself.
And what every part is and how it goes together, and it was put together properly and not necessarily by somebody trying to hustle and do every one that they can as quick as they can, because you can dedicate some time to doing it right. Better to do it right the first time than screw it up 3 times, right?
True.
All right.
The Smith and Methsen. Look at this.
Man. I'm telling
Look
you,
at
that's
this.
some Fallout stuff right there.
Look at that, bro. There's at least a $1.50 just in change on it, bro. Look at that shit. Woo-wee.
That's some high-end hacking right there.
Look at that, bro.
Yes, sir.
I keep wondering if they're going for cosplay or function on this, honestly, just because that's something.
I think it's a Mad Max, cosplay type situation, man.
I'm thinking
Well,
because
this was a seizure, bro. Look at the measuring tape next to it. This was police evidence. Yeah, this was police evidence, guys.
that's
Somebody was carrying this.
okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not
Here's your firing action. I believe is that a hex head? Like torque wrench.
Like
Nope, that's very much a torque spit or something there. Which sure, I guess it could work, but oh gosh, it's painful and hilarious all at the same time.
I will give the comment section 3 guesses to guess where this seizure occurred. 3 guesses.
Giving some exploding stars over here for that one, because
3 guesses, guys. You get 3 guesses. Where do you guys think this was where this was seized at?
All right. While you're
Chicago.
Yeah. Well, Oakland.
Ram and Nas, I think you guys know. No Ancient Order, surprisingly not. Actually closer to me.
All right.
So think Midwest.
Speaking of Ancient Order, how come all his builds end up costing $800? That's because you're buying good quality parts, not the bare bones basic things. I mean, we can do basic versus Gucci at some point in time.
Yeah, I think that's next week, isn't it?
Might could be. Playboy.
Listen.
Yeah, it's modular, right?
Ancient Order, you're spending that much because you're putting rook rails in there and good pins and good trigger bars and shoes and all the stuff that you really need to make a good gun work. I don't think any of my builds have been, other than my first AR build, has been under $1,000, and that's okay because I buy them bit by bit and I make them the way I want, and I don't mind spending the money. I just want it to be personal.
And for the AR thing, the AR name pistol that I did was definitely more expensive than a Glock, especially considering I had to be compliant and yada yada. Just in case, cover your thine own arse. Anyway, but it certainly wasn't as expensive as going to buy something from a store if I could even have found it. But it was all about knowing it and making it unique. Nobody else has what I have. That's it. It's I look at it as artwork, functional artwork. It's got a purpose. It can certainly go boom if need be, but it can also stay in the safe too. Yeah, dude, that's one heck of a piece. My good lord, I'm serious. It's Fallout or maybe it's Star Wars.
Quite creative.
Hey, it looks like it works.
Wait. Did you just buy 8 Ranger proof trigger shoes and wonder why it cost you $800 to build your builds? I hope you used the either the promo they had going on or the code that we have that always gives you 20% off. I know you used one of them. I know you didn't pay full price for RP trigger, dude. We our promo code from what we had since the old forum still works. I use it all the time.
And that forum link's down there. If you don't happen to have an account, go ahead and check it out. It's
Ancient Order said, "Yeah, I got the promo. That's why I got 8."
Yeah, 100%. Oh my gosh,
no doubt.
And here's the answer to where the
Iowa,
the Fallout gun came from.
Wow,
that's crazy. Iowa. Well, that's because they couldn't source parts in all the corn and soy fields. It was just we got this part from the farm, this part from the tractor. We'll get it going. That's fine.
See,
Yeah.
I'm beaming y'all with my green red dot right. I mean my green dot right there. Let me turn my mic around so y'all not getting beamed with the green dot. I'm also using this as a test, you know, to make sure my mic and my earbuds and everything work with this laptop. So seems to be working all good. So anyway, but yeah, you know, what do you guys think that I'm gonna just throw it out there. You know, the subtitle for this was the virtues of building your own firearm. What do you think? You know, just breaking it down to what the virtues are. You know, what would you consider a virtue of building your own, other than what we've already discussed?
Well, we've already gone over uniqueness, knowing the piece. There's
anonymity.
Well, there is that, because we all know that while the ATF is not supposed to be able to keep a registry of who has what and how many of whatever, they keep those 4473s for an awful long time, and have admitted to using them for various purposes that they
and have admitted to taking the paper documents and digitizing them.
Which the only reason to digitize a paper document like that would be to enable it to be searchable.
Yep.
And if it's searchable, it therefore is part of a database. A before B before C. It follows, Playboy, you asked what promo. Dude, hop on the forum. We got all kinds of promos going on the forum in the deals and section there, man. It's
deals, sales, and coupons. There should be a whole list of them in there.
And this guy right here is notorious for enabling people to buy things all the time. He posts all the deals and such.
Also, if you have a hard time finding it, DM me and I will send you the list so you have a copy.
Oh, for sure, man. Big up to Andy, who, when I talked to Andy to get that, talked to Andy to get that promo code, he pretty much said, "What do you guys want? What can I give you?" And at one point, our promo code was stackable on his other promos because his web guy was doing something wrong. So he would do a 20% sale. We get that 20% off, and we'd stack our 20% on it. And I noticed a couple of people were saying, "Hey man, I got this, that, and the other." I said, "You know what? We can't do that to Andy." I called Andy. I said, "Andy, get your guy." And that, being upfront and honest with our vendors gets us a long way. So even so much so that we lost a lot of the promos after the last forum ended. We lost a lot of them. A lot of people pulled out because the forum ended. Let me just leave it at that. Andy was like, "If you're still running it and everybody's still out there, I'm gonna make sure that everybody, still keeps it." So he never deleted the promo code. And to this day, when I talk to Andy, he knows that that my promo code comes through because I order shoes all the time. So definitely show Andy some love. Show Ranger Proof some love. Go check them out. It's Ranger Proof. Ranger. Damn it! What is the website? Ranger Proof Gear. Show them some love. Go buy some shoes, and they fit perfectly. Anyway, back to what we was talking about.
Just quick correction. Ranger Proof swag.
Ranger Proof swag. Thank you.
Give me one hot second. It is boom going on down here now. There you go. Okay.
Cool. Ranger Proof swag. Show Andy some love. Buy yourself some trigger shoes. They hot. You'll notice that they look just like Johnny Glock's trigger shoe. That's because he makes them for Johnny Glock. Johnny Glock only has two colors, I think,
including his new ones as well. The Vex.
Yeah.
So
they are pretty.
Ranger Proof makes all of those, and in all fairness, he worked with Johnny Glock to design some of the designs of the shoes.
I think the Vex, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so go get them, and Johnny Glock charges a lot more for them. Nothing against Johnny Glock, but he charges a lot more for the shoes, and he has limited colors.
You're
Going
paying
through
for
Ranger Proof. Yeah, you're paying for his name. You know, even if you just buy the shoe, you know, you're not buying his, you know, his
The customizations.
modifications. No
Yeah.
customizations.
Yeah, no.
So
Do the customizations yourself. Just know what you're doing. Or do like Ancient Order and get 8. So if you happen to go a little off on one, you're good to go.
I can just imagine the colors on the 8s that
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. What color combos you got for 8
color
shoes?
combos.
Are they all the same? Is it like 4 of one and 4 of another? Did you do each one different? Is there like 2 and 2?
Hawkeye added something, kind of getting back to the virtue here, and this really resonates with me, okay? Because this was another consideration of mine. I've mentioned before I have kids. Well, I want to leave a legacy for them, and what better legacy than, oh yeah, my dad made this. This is his creation. Now it's mine, and then it'll be my kids on down the line. Oh man,
who. I feel you there too. Exactly.
My granddad ended up selling some of the pieces that they all put together, and my dad was awfully upset about that because he didn't get something that he was hoping to get. And he doesn't have exactly that thing now, but Christmas and birthday came a little early, and he's got something close enough.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
well, to me, one of the virtues is, and we talk about it all the time, but I think sometimes it gets overlooked, just the ability to exercise your Second Amendment right. Just to be able to say that I built this because I have a right to. I carry this, I own this because I have a right to. That is a virtue to me.
Absolutely.
People, they talk about all the other rights, but somehow decide that the Second Amendment is not a right, it's a privilege. And I'm like, I have a right to defend myself to the ability of my offender. So if my offender has a gun, I should be able to have a gun also legally. You know what I mean? To defend myself. Now, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. And that's the problem that most people have with gun ownerships, because people, there are a lot of people out there that aren't responsible.
But that's true. But definitely. The other part of the Second Amendment is the protection of the other amendments and rights. You can protect your freedom of speech, your rights, against unlawful search and seizure. But if you're unarmed or unable to defend yourself in some reasonable way, how are you going to do that? And just for the record, I did throw the Second Amendment down there on ticker scroll, just so in case anybody needs a reminder of how that goes. I was a proud papa the other day. My kid's doing the Constitution. I'm like, okay, let's talk amendments. And he only knew one of them off the top of his head, but he knew one of them.
That's this one. That's right. That's right. That's it. People want to say, "Oh, the Second Amendment." This, well, read it. Read it. Most people don't know, and I'll be, before I really dove deep into, gun life. I didn't know it either. But that's the whole thing. People don't know until someone teaches them or shows them. And it's up to us in this community to be, sirens and champions of the Second Amendment, because we really believe in it. If you believe in it, then you should be having conversations about it and not shy away from, oh, I don't want these people to know I own a gun or how I feel about the Second Amendment. But don't do it in a way that's going to make them feel bad or guilty about not knowing it or whatever. It's okay to disagree. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Don't beat them over the head. Well, why don't you feel the way I feel? Well, not everybody's going to feel the way you feel, but if you teach them, or if you just point it out to them, they may not agree with you in that conversation, but you may give them something to think about. So we should all be beacons and champions of the Second Amendment, and it's virtuous to be that way. So building your own. Yeah, that's top of the list for me. You know what I mean?
Well, there's that old quote. It kind of changes a little bit, but I may not agree with what you say, but I'll defend to the right to the death.
You're defend your right to say it. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
And oh, hey, real quick, shout out D-Kind. Thanks for
What
joining
up,
us,
D-Kind?
buddy. Appreciate you. All right, good. And yes, Ancient Order, thank you. That's what you got to do. Pass it on, because if we don't defend our rights, the next generation isn't going to be able to.
Sorry.
That's all good. It's all good.
What the fuck was that?
So Playboy.
A fly attacking me. A fly was attacking me, man. Sure. I almost had to draw down on it.
Playboy says, what possible good comes from the government knowing what I have? And I really can't think of any reason for that.
Yep.
The only reason for them to know is to take it away from you.
Well, sometimes you just in my case, sometimes you have to have something
on the books.
Sometimes I would prefer not to, honestly, but I can't teach a class with a bunch of P80s and home built firearms.
I mean, you could.
I could, and I could also teach them how to build them. Working around that hurdle, because I have an instructor that wants me to come teach some people how to build, and I'm like, in your state, that would be tough. However, I don't mind showing up and saying, hey, you use that for this, boom, 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 this is how you build it. I don't mind doing it, but it's just a matter of doing it and staying out of trouble. So
Ancient Order says, want them, the government, to know what terrorists have. Yeah, well, they did. They already gave them a couple thousand pieces of gear when they fled Afghanistan.
Yeah, they've got a record of the serial numbers of each one of those.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if they know what countries they ended up in, because some got sold.
Well, and yeah, of course. And like, what was it? Operation Paperclip, wasn't it? I think, where they flooded, seized weapons out, and then lost track of some of them. Like, oh, we forgot what things we put out there. Yeah. And yes, it can be Ancient Order. It can be.
Absolutely, since they, some people would label us that just because of who we are and what we do.
Which is
I do know somebody that label was put on them because of who we are and what we do.
And that's not right.
It's horrible, because you have people out there that are truly terrorizing people, and we're just about teaching and about
we're simply protecting information.
Yeah, it just really, really sucks. And what really sucks is when you have family that looks at you that way, that won't talk to you because you're a gun owner. Well, I someone told me, matter of fact, over Thanksgiving, a family member who and I'm not naming any names, she was afraid of firearms. Now, I guarantee you, she was in a room with several firearms, but she didn't know it. And that's okay. I'm glad we found out before we started taking them out and going, okay, what you got? Let me see what you got. Let me see what's new you have. Because we might have had a problem because she would have been definitely afraid. But she was that way because another family member was murdered a long time ago with a firearm, and that turned her off to firearms since then. And I told her, I said, I understand. I said, but that's exactly why I do carry. I was a victim of firearms violence, or gun violence, as it were, and it just strengthened my resolve to carry. Because again, if I can't protect myself, what's being afraid of a firearm going to do for me? Because they're not afraid to use it.
Nope.
So we all have different points in how we think, and I think we just have to be sensitive to. I know they're not sensitive to us. They abuse us and you're wrong and do a lot of finger pointing. I know, but we have to be the bigger people. And I know I probably got off subject or whatever we were talking about, but it just was just really, really, we have to treat everybody as if, they don't know. They don't know what they don't know a lot of times. And then sometimes we have to correct the ones that think they know that don't know or have a false idea of what gun ownership is and being responsible. So.
Well, and it's that being responsible that, the old saying, and gosh, there's so many old sayings and they keep coming back because they have merit. One bad apple spoils the bunch. You have one person do something stupid or unlawful or completely irresponsible or any combination thereof.
Sorry. Ancient Order's trying to get us back on track.
Oh yeah. Do you
know how we do Ancient Order?
We could go around in a circle for this question.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
and how we feel about it.
All right. I nominate Ram to be up first because he's already in the slot.
Now I carry a built, not bought. Started out carrying bought. Now I carry built only. 100% exclusive.
All right. I'm gonna put myself up next year, and Ancient, always with the built because I know it. I trust it. It's gonna work. If nothing else is gonna work, the thing I put together I know is gonna work. Mm-hmm. And ergonomics, and I mean it's just setup choice.
So I carry built as well. For a few reasons. Both of the ones that these two gentlemen just mentioned, of course. I know the firearm in and out. If it were run to a situation where I needed a field strip for some reason, I could do it blindfolded on the top of a donkey doing backflips in the Sahara Desert in a rainstorm.
Yeah.
That's part of one of the reasons why. The other one is it's currently my 19 and my 26 are the smallest firearms that I own. So the easiest concealable, and the 19, the Deadpool build, is the only one that I currently have a good quality carryable holster for.
I mean, I was just to say I can appreciate the smaller firearms maybe being easy to carry, but I tested it out the other day and I can conceal a 34. So,
well, I mean, I'm 5'9".
and Hawkeye's over here. He says he carries a 911 Springfield. All right, fine. Hellcat way too much.
Yeah, I actually want to get a holster for my Punisher build and see how easy it is to conceal. Right now, I don't think it's going to be concealable too much. Once I sit down, I think it'll be a problem. So,
yeah.
Why is that, bro?
It's pretty long. It's pretty long. I think it'll end up,
Don't you have
he's got a comp and everything for it.
I have a comp and everything on it. So
he's going to appendix carry and get asked to prom 4 times in an hour.
Yeah. So, but who has a 17 long? Anybody ever try to carry a 17 long, other than in the wintertime when you can wear a long coat?
If Sarge was in here, I'm sure he's carried one side leg holster or something.
The 34 is only a hair smaller than the 17 long, just a hair.
Yeah, I Ancient Order. I only I don't. The only time I carry my Canic is sometime when I'm feeling froggy in the wintertime and I have on a coat. I'll throw it on just to throw it on, but it's really not. That's my bedside gun. or my competition gun if I decide to run a competition. I might even decide to carry one of my PCCs in a knapsack once it gets finished, just as a backup. The only thing with that is you have to. I can't carry the fun sticks. I'm hoping carry them on night 17. Yeah, you can't. Here in Virginia, you can't carry the fun sticks because they have a 20 round mag limit. So the 33 round mags, I can't carry them, but I can carry as many 20 round mags as I can carry. So buy a bunch of 20 round
from
mags.
my point of view, that's like, oh, you have double the capacity that we do here because I live in a not so fun state that I want to move out of the mill as soon as I can, but family.
Yeah, I got you. So
Mm-hmm.
buying built is fun. I mean, carrying built.
I carry 35 rounds typically.
I mean,
on any given day,
you can carry as many rounds
for
as
sure.
you want. You just have to have multiple magazines.
Yeah. I always have a minimum of 36 rounds. 1 in the chamber, 15 in the first mag, and 20 in the next one. Always.
Oh yeah, sorry. I meant 35. I meant 35. Not 25.
What did that picture say the other day? That I was watching a Coleon Noir video, and the question was, how many rounds is enough in a situation? And it's basically as many as you can carry.
Yep.
And he gave the example. All of them. You know, how many rounds do you need? I need all of them. There was an example
as many as you can.
He gave the example of a police officer that now carries 146 rounds with him at all times because he got into a gunfight with a guy, hit the guy 30 times, and he was out of ammunition, and the guy was still moving.
I mean,
hit him 30 times. He was still hopped up and still trying to get at him.
If it comes to the magazine limit being an issue, you can always go like this too.
One of my favorite movies.
Hey, it was a classic.
Yep.
But
they were all good.
Now, is that part 1 or part 2?
That's part 2.
That was part 2. Okay.
Yeah.
And somebody right now is going, what movie was that? Boondock Saints 2, dude.
Yep. I'm a mall vest away from being there.
Was the second one All Saints Day, or was the third one All Saints Day? I think the third one was All Saints Day, wasn't it?
The third one, and it wasn't.
It wasn't what the first two were.
No, but that's okay.
Did we get an answer?
The whole
Decon?
The whole what was your fucking cat's name scene, bro? Oh, yeah. Perfection.
And yeah, Decon, I know Oregon trying to go to 10 round capacity, in addition to a bunch of other things being kind of iffy.
Decon, do you carry built or bought? No judgment, just wondering.
Yeah. I mean, if
I said, does that look like him on Halloween? I mean, just about, man, just about. We should totally get you all dialed up, ready to take a picture for the forum. That'll be your intro pic.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm yawning.
It's okay. It's almost 4 a.m. We got you. It's all good.
It's almost 4 a.m. Yeah.
He carries Glock 19.
Glock 19.
I'm assuming that's bought.
OEM.
You know, all right. Fine. I will forgive you. I hereby absolve you of your sins. No. But you know, it's one of those things where I personally feel that built will always be better than bought, but you can buy really good.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think I might.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'd carry my Canic if it wasn't so fucking huge.
Yeah,
go ahead, Ray.
It's huge. Yeah, me too. I'm with you on that one. I love that gun. But I think I might have to do a Glock 19 with that next. We did the 17.
I'd like to pick up one of those smaller Canics, like the TP9, SFX, the
TP9 Elite.
C, right? Elite C, something like that. Or SC, sorry, the Elite SC, which is their subcompact.
Oh,
which is
the little
their
itty bitty
26
one.
size. Yep, the 26 size.
Yeah, that little one.
I can't deal with the 2-finger gun though. I need at least.
They've got the. It actually comes with the 2 extended magazines, making it a 19 size grip.
The next, I just bought 2 guns. I just bought 2 guns, guys, but they're for classes. So I bought a.
They're for classes.
Well, I'm not going to carry a Heritage, Rough Rider 22 long rifle, single action. I'm not going to carry that. That's for class. But I did get a nice M4 clone for the shotgun class I'm going to be teaching.
Oh yeah.
But the next one, I got all the builds, but the next factory build, the factory buy I'm going to get is going to be the new Smith & Wesson Equalizer. I went to the gun shop before I came out here and got to take a real good look at it, man. That thing is beautiful. It feels great. The action is wonderful. So there are some out there that, I do want to own that are store-bought. That's one of them. And I think I'm going to replace my wife's 380 EZ with that one and give the 380 to my daughter, who's now not living at home. Because I shoot 9mm most, and I always buy 9mm, and my wife is going to be going to the range with me more often. So her having a 380 is not cost effective. But that Equalizer, guys, if you have a chance to get to a gun shop or gun show or wherever, take a look at that. If you're in the market for an OEM factory build that's concealable and carry nice light, that's one to look at, guys. That thing, it comes with a 10 round, 13 round, and 15 round magazines. So made me think about what you were saying about the 2-finger grip.
Here's the one with the
yeah.
There's one with the 15.
What were you about to say, Nas?
Oh, I was going to say, I just thought of another reason why to build versus buy. Some states, at least one that I know of, you can only buy from a firearms dealer ones that are on a given roster. If it doesn't exist on the roster, the firearms dealer cannot sell it to you. It doesn't make owning them illegal, but you literally can't buy it. You just can't.
Right.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, very. Deacon's working on a carry 26. Good on you, lad. Good on you. And Hawkeye, carry 26, 22 long rifle around the. Hey, that's good for varmint hunting right there. Make sure you got those CCI mini mags on board. It's all good. Keep that sucker running wet. It's all good. I got to say, this has definitely been quite a conversation so far. We only have a couple minutes left, so if anybody wants to add a comment in before we go, make sure you hit something soon, because it takes time for me to say it, you to hear it, and you to respond and us to see it. So I'm keeping an eye on the chat over here on my other device, making sure I don't go all dark screen like I did last time. No idea what happened with that. StreamYard was being
I was wondering. I was like, okay, is Nas picture feature?
22 LR 1917. I did get the Advantage Arms conversion for the 19 size, and ostensibly I said, "Oh, I'll put this on my 19," but that's my carry piece. So, now I need another frame for this. So you end up building another one. That's the other thing. When you build one, you want to build another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and now you need one in every color and every size and every caliber. Yeah.
Well, I can't
like collecting anything else.
In case anybody wanted to know an update on the build I had to send the slide back.
Oh, yeah.
The new slide is in. I can't wait to get home and get to building this thing. Dude, it like Weapon said, man, it didn't make sense what was happening with that slide until the new slide hit the market. So let's just say the slide that's now going to be used is a new slide that's just recently been seen. So
Yeah,
you might figure it out.
It was definitely a meant to be type of a situation.
Definitely. And I'm not
Everything
mad at all
happens
at
for a
that.
reason.
The other company never hit me back after I told them that the new modifications they did to the slide were not correct, and I wanted a refund. They never hit me back. They never responded. They never said, "Okay, we'll send you your money back." Statement defense is dead to me, because they're just not good. I think we're gonna put that on a do not buy list on the forum, because these guys just are horrible. They wanted to take my $600 and run with it.
Faulty.
So I called American Express and did a chargeback, because they refused to respond to give me my refund.
Right.
So, and I had the money back in 48 hours. So, but anyway, guys.
Hawkeye wants to know real quick. Hawkeye wants to know: do you still have the slide? No,
I sent it back. I gave them an opportunity to fix the problem, and I started to say, you know what, I'm just going to keep it and do a chargeback, and I didn't feel good about that. And counseling with Weapon also, he's just like, man, just send it back. I sent it back. I talked to the owner of the company. He said he was going to do one thing. He didn't do that. He did something else and had all the excuses as to why he didn't do what he said he would do. And I said, you know what, that's not acceptable. I want my money back. And I've never heard from him. And that's okay, because the first thing American Express asked me was, do I still have the property? And I said, no. I sent it back, and I showed them I had to give them the return label and the tracking number, so they know that I got the label. I put it in the mail. The tracking shows that they received it. So, if I had kept it, American Express probably would have been like, okay, we'll, do the chargeback after you send the property back. So, they got it back, and he said he wasn't going to have somebody work on it, and he had them work on it anyway, and he made it worse. And I said, no,
so
I'm done.
The owner said he was going to work on it himself, and instead he had the dude who fucked it up the first time work on it again.
Yeah, you say you're going to do something, you better do the thing. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we're a little bit over that hour mark. I think we probably should have let Ram get to sleep, because it's 4 a.m. where he is. He stayed up late in Portugal. He's overseas, man. He joined us from overseas. Yeah, man. So if any of you watching have an excuse to not join in, it's now invalid. You got to join in next time.
It's been a fun trip. Fun trip. I got something special to show on the next show. I thought I had it on my phone, but I transferred it to my OneDrive somewhere. Matter of fact, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I'm on my laptop, right? I think I can pull it up here. This is something that'll be near and dear to Weapon's heart for sure. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Real quick, huh? How quick is real quick?
Real quick is really, really quick. I have it right here. I don't know why it hasn't.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14.
You know what? I'm gonna have to put it up on the next one. I'm gonna have to put it on the next one.
That sounds good. Put it on the next one.
I'd have to transfer it a couple of different places to get it up on the screen.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. No, I don't. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. Give me a sec. I know it was on one of the last days I was in Barcelona, so it's got to be close to the bottom of the list. Like I said, Weapon X will definitely relate to this. Here it goes. Here it is.
All right, we're giving Ram one more second here to get a share on. Stayed up that late, we might as well give him a few seconds, right?
Yeah, give me a minute, B. Give me some time. Give me some time.
Ram, while you're looking for that, brother, the fucking knife I sent you the Instagram link for, dude.
Oh, that thing's beautiful.
Oh,
absolutely gorgeous.
had resin grip scales, and inside of the grip scales, it had looked like a 223 round, and they added like orange and red resin in between the casing and the projectile to make it look like as it was exploding the grip. Oh, dude, gorgeous.
Cool.
Fucking gorgeous. Absolutely insane looking.
Yeah,
Crazy.
actually,
Yeah, that's my wife. She reckons my wife. I'm showing her the knife, and the only thing she saw was the handle because she does resin. But
that's
I'm
another
to show it
reason
next
to clean up at the range, man. Grab those brass pieces. If you can't reload them, use them for something else.
Yeah, use
Seriously,
it for art.
to artwork. But anyway,
Anyway,
I just
gotta
want to
go,
say,
guys.
yeah, good night, Ram.
All right,
Thanks
y'all.
for joining in, buddy. Appreciate you.
All right, fellas, love y'all.
All
I'll
right.
see y'all back in Chesapeake, Virginia next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now, hey, everybody out there, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share with your friends, your buddies, your pals. Hit us up next Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll be chatting again, and we'll go from there. Thank you all so very much for joining in, and peace.
Peace.